Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brooke, or Baby Sims on all of my socials, and today we are finishing the build I started in my last video in Oasis Springs, which is a giant mansion. So if you guys watched my last video, you would know that I started this like big mansion, and it was a very long video clip, so I just did not want to put it into all one video. It's like was ridiculously long. It was just bad. It was just bad long, and nobody wanted to sit through that long of a video. So after like a lot of editing and just doing a lot of things to make this a little shorter, I split it into two, and now we're on the second part. And so the first part was just me building the exterior, you know, doing the backyard, putting the lights on, the windows on, all of that stuff. But this is now the second part, which is me furnishing the house. So welcome, hello, hi, how are you? I know that I said in my last video when I was building the house, I was like, oh well, I'll probably post the furnishing video tomorrow. Yeah, no, I didn't do that. I'm a horrible YouTuber in the way that I completely forgot I had a video to upload and also voiceover, so I didn't, and I continued to forget for a while, and then my power went out twice this week, and that's no excuse because I should just upload it when I said I would, but besides the point, I'm talking about story time at the moment, and my story time is that the power went out twice this week. And I don't know why. Okay, so the first time it went out, it was about like 3 days ago, and we have no idea. Well, I guess it was just the power company just said like due to weather conditions, which we were having like a rainstorm basically, like it was like rain and hail because it's Canada and that's what we get here, and high winds and stuff, and it knocked over the power in like my city. So we were out of power then, and then it didn't come back. We went out at like midnight, and then it said it was coming back around 2 a.m. And then I was awake at 2 a.m. and did not. And then I texted my cousin the next day, and she was like, no, it didn't come back till like 8 in the morning. Which, like, why would you tell people the power is coming back at 2 a.m. for it to not come back till 8 a.m.? What is the point of that? You could have just said, like, honestly, if they made it sound later and then came back earlier, people probably wouldn't have been mad, because then it was almost like a little surprise. It was like, surprise, haha, it's back. But no, you had to make it sound earlier than it was, so you just made everybody more mad than they already were. Which really sucked for me, by the way, when the power went out. And obviously, I'm sure the wind did not think about this when they decided to knock my power out. But I was in the middle of playing Sims, and you know when you are playing Sims and you just played like a whole 2 days and you were having a really good time, and you remade your whole Sims outfits and packed up their house because they're moving into a new one, and then you're just about to save your game, but you go to the bathroom and then you come back and you're literally hovering over the save button, and then your power goes out and you lose 2 days worth of Sims progress. So you slightly want to jump out your front window and or into an ocean with a bunch of small fish like piranhas, because that's how I felt when my power went out, because it's just the wind. Anyway, so that was the first time. The second time was today, actually. So it's 10:19 when I'm recording this on Wednesday, March 27th, and the power went out today. So I woke up originally at like 11, but I was just kind of laying in bed being lazy as all can be for, I don't even know, to like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, but the power went out at like 11:30ish, maybe? No. I went out at like 1:30 because I was already like up at it when power went out. But basically, the power just like went out, and it went out everywhere in my city, or like at least half of the city. And so then everybody was on Facebook and the little community groups and being all like, what happened to my power? This is the second time this week. And I was mad, even though I didn't even notice power went out, because I was laying in bed and all my lights were off in my room because natural sunlight, and I wasn't really on my phone or like had my TV on or my computer on or anything like that. So when the power went out, I had no idea. The only reason I knew is because my mom was watching a show in the living room, and then she was like, what? The power went out. So that wasn't fun at all. And we still have no idea what the cause was. Technically, our power company, like, we have a website that shows like an outage map, and when you click on the outage map, it says like cause of outage, and it tells you why. As I said the other day, was like weather or whatever. Today it just said investigating, and then never told us. But like there was rumors going on. I don't know how true any of them are, but basically like some people in the different neighborhood groups I'm in were saying that, like, oh, there's a pole on fire down in this road, or oh, it's because there's a tree took out a light pole in this neighborhood. And some people were saying, oh, it's a downed power line over in here. And it's just like, I don't know, I don't believe a word that these people say. So I have no idea what it actually was or what the reason was on why the power was out today. But it wasn't out for too long. It was out for like maybe 45 minutes to an hour, I'd say. The estimation time was about 3 o'clock, something like that. And it came back around like 2:30ish, something like that. So came on like a half hour expected than earlier, which is great. So, but also the timing was really funny that it came back, because my dad and my uncle were outside setting up the generator, which I don't know if how many people know what this is, but probably everybody. I'm just stupid, but generator, in case you don't know, is like when your power goes out, you plug it into something or other, and then it keeps certain things plugged into power. Like you can plug your lamps into it, your phone charger or whatever, and it kind of like a power bank for your house. I don't know. Either way, we were literally just got that set up, and they were out there setting it up, and the power came back. So I was like, oh, they got the generator set up, so we have power. No, the power's just like back, which I felt bad because it takes quite a bit to hook the generator up, at least in my family and at my house. So kind of felt bad because they did a lot of effort to get that up and turned on anyway. But it's the way it goes. That is just the way it goes. So the power went out twice this week, which was not fun for me. What else happened this week? Not really much. My brother moved out last week. He moved out with his girlfriend. So I don't know. That's about that. My room was redone, which I think I talked about in my last video, but if you didn't see it, which you should, because it's me building this house that we're furnishing at the moment. But we redid my room, and so basically we just like wanted to get done. So before my room was redone, don't laugh at me, I had like a big bunk bed basically that my dad and my uncle built for me when I was a kid. And by built, I don't mean like, oh, we got an IKEA when I built it. No, I mean like wood carving. They carved it, built it, and it was nailed, like basically built in to my room. Like it was built into the walls and the floor, like through the floorboards, all of that, through the drywall, everything like that was built in. So it was kind of an ordeal to get it down, and I just didn't want it anymore. I didn't even sleep on the top bunk, which was I slept my whole childhood, and I was sleeping on the bottom bunk with my boyfriend anyway, because like it's hard. And I know you're gonna make fun of me, like, oh my god, you're like 20 years old and you still slept in a bunk bed. Yeah, because it was built into my wall. Like I couldn't really, maybe ask like 7-year-old me who was like, I want a built-in bed. That's her problem, and she ruined my life slightly, but we just wanted it out. So I was just had enough, and I told my parents, I was like, I want it out. So then we made a plan, and it took, I say we, I had no part in this, but my boyfriend, my uncle, and my dad, they like sledgehammered it, you know, all of that. It was great. And then it was all gone, and then we still had to do a lot more stuff in my room because we thought, you know, go big or go home. So then we drywalled I did nothing. They drywalled all like the holes they made when they took the bed down. We re-sanded my room, we repainted my room, we painted the ceilings, the doors. We painted my furniture, and we moved my room around to a room the way I always wanted to be. But since that bed was built in, I couldn't really have the room of my dreams because you can't move it, because it took up, also by the way, my room is really small, but that bed took up 95% to the point where you had walking space, but like you had to like shimmy sideways around my room. So now I have actual space. I can do like cartwheels up in here, but yeah, we very much didn't have that type of space before, and so it took them a bit to get down. And then we moved everything around, so where my desk used to be, which was in front of my window, I now moved by my closet, which is opposite ends of my room. And the bed stayed where the built-in bed was, but obviously it's not built in, it's like an actual bed, but it's in the same like area my old bed was, because that's kind of the only place that works. And we just basically switched my dresser and desk. And then, but during this whole process, obviously my boyfriend and I, we couldn't sleep in our bedroom because it was getting repainted and sledgehammered, and it was all taped up and sheeted over and all that stuff. So we had to pull our mattress out to the living room for a week, and we slept out there in the living room, which like it wasn't horrible because like obviously it was just like sleeping on the mattress in the living room, but also wasn't fun because you're sleeping on a mattress in the living room, so not fun. And we also, since my brother moved out, we had to move every single, and I mean every single item I've ever owned, down to like a penny, to like the biggest thing I own, into my brother's old bedroom. And so we had to stack up every pillow, every stuffed animal, every keychain, every dime, everything in there, to the point where his room, from the door to the back wall, to the, like, stacked. It was horrible looking in there because we had so much stuff that I didn't know I had. And then after the week was over is when we had to move back in, and it took me 12 hours to get up and unpack everything I've owned in one tiny room. So it's actually kind of insane. If you've never, like, gone through your own things or, like, moved, I guess, one day whenever you do that, you're anyway, you're gonna realize, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I have so much stuff, and for what? Because that was my reaction. I was literally just there like, why do I have all this stuff? What even is that? And I went through all of it, and I ended up throwing out 2 giant garbage bags full of things. But yeah, all went good, and my room is super clean, and now I've kind of become a clean freak with it, because you know when, like, something's messy and it's almost, like, too far gone, and you're just like, you don't even know what to do anymore with it? That was how I felt about my old room, because it was such a tight space, and I had so many things that you couldn't put anything away because there was no room to, and it was just not good. So I just, like, we couldn't really even clean. Like, we did clean, my room was clean enough at most times, but it was never going to be truly clean because of that bed being there. So now that it's gone, my room is, like, completely spotless, and now I'm kind of a clean freak about it, because I'm very much like, no food in my room, I don't want dirt on the floor, no clothes on the floor. I'm kind of insane about it, and I'm keeping everything very organized and cleaned. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun in my new room. I really love it, and I'm obsessed with it. Like, it's actually kind of insane. I just love being in here. Everything feels so much cleaner. I'm more motivated. As I said in my last couple videos, I've been getting up earlier, and if you are new here, when I first started this channel, so approximately maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I quite literally had a sleep schedule of 6 a.m. was when I went to bed, and I woke up at 4 to 6 p.m. But nowadays, I'm waking up around 8 a.m., and then I'm going to sleep around like 11, 12. And minus today, okay? My boyfriend had it off, and we played video games late last night, and then I slept in, so don't mind me. But either way, that's kind of my new schedule, and that started right when my new room was done, because I just feel so much more motivated and better. Clean space is really better for you in general. If you would have told me that like a year ago, I would have been like, okay. But no, it is true. It's true. Clean your room. If you're watching this right now and you're sitting in a messy room, clean it if you can. Do the best you can. I believe in you. Anything helps. Pick up that straw on the floor. You know what I mean? You get it. You get me. How long have I been yapping for? 13 minutes. Well, 12 minutes and 50 seconds. That's insane. Yap, yap, yap. Anyway, we're doing the kids' playroom. Maybe I should talk about the build that we're doing, since I haven't really done that much. We're talking blah, blah. We are not knowing what to speak about or how to speak, apparently. We just finished doing the kids' playroom. This house has a lot of extra features. We have like a playroom, a family room, there's a home theater in the basement. I don't really remember much because I built this build a month ago. I'm actually way past Newcrest, and I'm really sorry to say it, because like we're very delayed on these builds, because I'm currently in Newcrest, like in my save file. You guys are still seeing like this is the second last build I did for Oasis Springs. There's one coming up next, which again is going to be split in a couple parts because it is a residential rental. I built an apartment building, so you're going to see like parts of me doing each apartment, since the whole video itself is around 6 hours long. So I'm going to split that up by apartment probably, but either way, I already finished Oasis Springs a little bit ago, and now I'm moving on to Newcrest. I've built one, but I started a second one today. And yeah, so I'm already on to Newcrest, and I'm super, super, super excited about it, because if I'm so real, I hate the dentist. That I do hate. The desert is what I meant to say, though. I also hate the dentist. I don't know why I said dentist instead of desert, but you understand. I hate the desert. I hate this world. I never played in it, but I think my save file building in the last little months helped, because I actually want my Sims to come here more often, because I like the builds I did for this world. I think the gym, spa, onsen, basketball court, pool that I did for this world a little bit ago is probably my favorite build I've ever done. Like, I really, really love how that turned out. And guys, big update. If you've been watching my channel for a bit, this is gonna be huge for you. I updated my game. Moment of applause. I updated my game. So if you guys have been watching for a little bit, you know that I haven't updated my game from December 3rd. like when For Rent was announced and then they put out the pre-patch and then the pack came out like 2 days later, I didn't update since the pre-patch. I didn't even have the pre-patch. I just, nope, didn't want to do it because everything was broken. And then I was gonna get it when For Rent was and then For Rent was broken, and then save corruptions were happening, and it was just like one thing after another. The game was broken and nowhere to fix it, so I was just not doing it. I was just not updating, and the more time that went on, the more things just kept breaking. And I know that's probably gonna happen again, like that's just the way The Sims is. But it all got fixed as of probably, I'd say, like last week or so, or maybe 2 weeks ago now. Whenever the emergency patch came out for the crystal pack is when everything kind of got fixed, and everyone was like finally coming out of the dust that they've been in and be like, hey, I updated my game. So I was one of them, and I updated my game. So that also means for you guys that I uploaded so many builds in the last little bit. I uploaded like 20 builds that I've done in the past, God even knows how many months, like 4 months, something like that I've done. So all of my builds that you've seen for the last 4 months on my YouTube channel are now on the gallery for you to download, plus some extras, because obviously I don't post everything I build, and also I'm behind on videos versus things I've built, so you can get spoilers and go download them right now on my gallery, because they're all up there because I updated, and I'm having so much fun with the For Rent pack. I did end up getting it. I also got some kits that I was missing. I got the basement kit and I got the greenhouse haven kit, which I'm so obsessed with. I always wanted it, but I couldn't update it, so I never did. And I really am liking For Rent so far, but let me just say something real quick. I'm not a big fan of the gameplay in For Rent. Like, I have no really intention of being a landlord or like owning the rental properties or doing anything like that. I just like building apartments and townhouses and having my Sims live in them. So I have no interest in the gameplay. I just really want the build mode. That's kind of it. And I do like the build mode of this game, and I think the cast is alright too. But honestly, if I'm so for real, I couldn't tell you some things that come with the packs. I don't even really know what's in cast anymore that comes with the packs. And this is, I'm aware how like privileges is say, because a lot of people can't get CC, but I have so ridiculous amounts of CC that I haven't looked at what comes in the packs and for casts, or even used a non-create like CC item in probably years. Like, I just don't, because I have so much CC. I do occasionally for my male Sims, and that's how I know that I like the cast from For Rent, because I only know what comes with the males. Don't know anything else. Literally couldn't tell you, because I don't use it. I just don't. So yeah, my deepest apologies. And that's why another reason that I'm building all of these lots for my save file, but you're not seeing me put any Sims or anything in the houses. And the funny thing is that I am putting Sims in these houses and I am creating storylines for them. It's just that I can't upload them because they are so filled with CC that like you guys wouldn't even be able to download them. They would not be anywhere the same, because they have not a single thing about them is not CC in it. Like, they have preset lips, they have preset eyes, they have skin details, custom skins, custom eyes, all their clothes, outfits, hair, freckles, everything like that is all custom content. So you guys, it would not even be the same sim when you downloaded them. So very sorry, but the people who live in this house, so this is where the land grabs live. Like, this is the lot that they live in the base game. And so I kind of, what I do when I redo the save file and I build a house where a pre-made townie lives, is I kind of just recreate that, almost like they're reincarnated into this. Because in my save that I've had for 12 years now, no, it's actually been 8 years I've had this save. They're all long dead. Like, they died when I was like 13. So I kind of give like a reincarnation. So this is just the reincarnation of the land grabs. We have a blonde family. The mom is blonde with short hair. The dad is glasses and nerdy looking. But they have more kids than the original land grabs do, since there were so many bedrooms in this house. So I gave them, I think, like a child or 2 twin children, or twin boys, child age, and there's like a teenage girl or something like that. And then, yeah, I don't know. But either way, that is kind of the vibe. So yeah, that's like the family who lives here. There's not really much tea I can give you on them, because they're just based off the land grabs, but with more kids. So you can just kind of read their household description if you know them, or if you know who the land grabs are, then you know what I'm talking about. But in other news, actually, I feel like I have so much to talk about. It has been announced, like, what was it, last week, that they're making a Sims movie. I just really want to emphasize my reaction to that. So let me just paint you a little picture, okay? It's 10 o'clock. My family and I stopped watching our TV shows because we watch TV from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night. I went in my room, sat at my desk, and since I haven't looked at my phone in like 3 hours, I said, I'm going to check Twitter before I start my game. I opened Twitter. My whole feed is people like screaming. They're like so excited, and I'm so confused on why. So then I click on it, and I keep scrolling, and I see Lil Simsy tweeted, because she's my girl, you know that. And I see that she's like, is this real? So I click on the tweet she's quoting, and it's like from this page, it's like making a Sims movie, and Margot Robbie, you know what I mean, Margot Robbie is set to produce or direct or whatever. And I was like, I sat there in shock for a good minute. Then I didn't believe it. So I went in like a rabbit hole searching everything, but it is real. It is very real. It's on like every station ever. So then I screenshotted the tweet. I sent it to my mom, my best friends, and my boyfriend. And my caption to all of the texts I sent everybody was just in all caps, in all caps. So I screamed, and then I sat here shaking in excitement and just like freaking out, because if one thing about me is that I take my niches very seriously. I love Taylor Swift. Guess how many times I've seen the Eras Tour movie? I'll give you a hint. We're coming up over 10 times now, which might seem like amateur hours, but it wasn't free for a long time. 2, I'm very serious about The Sims. Anybody who knows me, hell, you don't even have to know me. I'll probably tell you how much I love The Sims the first 5 minutes of talking to me, but I'm very serious about this game. I like borderline kind of psychotically obsessed with this game. So, and also I was really big into Barbies when I was younger, which you can probably guess because I'm a Sims player, and I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand. But so when they said they're making a Barbie movie, I freaked out, but I wasn't screaming. Taylor Swift Eras movie still wasn't. I was like, oh my god, this is the best day of my life, but I wasn't, I was like, all right. Then they said they're making a Sims movie. Well, let me tell you, I cried, I was shaking, I overreacted like a weirdo, because I was that excited. About this movie being a possibility. And I sent it to my mom. My mom freaked out because she doesn't even play Sims, but all I do is yap about my Sims. So she's like a Sims adjacent, meaning that she doesn't play, but she knows everything about this game. See, with my parents and my boyfriend. So I told my boyfriend, everybody was so happy just because I was so happy. My best friend was like, oh my god, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she never played The Sims a day in her life. Literally, she's never even looked at the game or watched a video on it. She is not a Sims girl. She is like a Roblox Minecraft girl. Which, me too, by the way. I'm a big Roblox player, and make fun of me all you want. But I do kind of have a soft spot for Roblox. I do play a little bit of Roblox. There's a game on there, by the way. If you are big into The Sims, you might like Bloxburg. Quite literally a carbon copy, except you are the Sim. As in, it's like a first-person Sims, basically. Which I really like. And you get to build your own houses and go to work and do cool things. But it's also with real people. So there's other people that are real also building their homes, and they can talk to you and you can talk to them, but you obviously don't have to. I am a Roblox player that does not talk in the chat. There's 2 types of people who play Roblox. There's people in the chat who never shut up and are talking to everybody, and everybody like, who wants to be friends? And I don't knock you for that, because that's probably what you're supposed to do. That's why it's there. Then there's me, who would rather die than type in a public chat forum. That's why I have such a hard time making friends, and let me just not get too depressing, but I do not talk in Discords, and that's probably why I have a hard time promoting my YouTube, because let's be so for real right now, there is nothing scarier to me than texting in a public Discord. Like, I am in Little Simsies, I'm in Deadpools, I'm in Sims After Dark, I'm in the Sims official one, and then everyone's always like, well, if you're in all these, what do you do? Do you even talk to people in them, or what do you do? Do you just look through them? Yeah. Because every time I'm like, I even type a message and I'm like, hi, and then I'll send it and I'll delete it right after, because I'll be like, oh my god, was my hi weird? What, are they gonna make fun of me? So then I just delete the message. And I get so socially awkward, and I just don't. The only way you'll see me talk in a Discord server is usually in Deadpools, and it's if I get a last exception error and I'm genuinely think it's going to break my game. Because half the time I see it and I try to figure it out for myself. I learned code so that I wouldn't have to talk to the people in the Deadpool Discord. No offense to them. You guys are great lifesavers. You should be paid for what you do. But I'm so socially anxious, I don't want to talk to them. So I literally learned how to read code and figured it out for myself. But there's something, if there's on the occasion, something will come up that I don't know how to read, and then I'll have to send it in, and I'll just sigh and shiver my timbers at my desk chair until they answer me. Because then I'm thinking like, oh my god, these people are looking at my message of me just sending my MC command center file and being like, hey, don't know what this means, would love your help. And they're looking at it and they'll be like, haha, loser. Even though kind of everybody sends their things in. I think that's just kind of the way it goes. They kind of help most people, but I'm just a wimp. That's just what it comes down to at the end of the day, now isn't it? So, yeah. Anyways, we're doing the upstairs bathroom. We're almost finished here, actually. We have about, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 more minutes left of the video. Although, for some reason, my little, like, progress bar of, like, the video is not moving. So, for some reason, it says we're still in the middle of the video. Very much not. So, don't really know why that's happening either. But my sincerest apologies for absolutely nothing. Also today, my boyfriend's grandmother came to visit. She bought me a new computer mouse, and I probably should have said that earlier. I feel like that's big news. It's big news. The other day, when I was playing Sims, as I do all day, every day, all the time, my mouse that I had for 4 years just decided to take an absolute big old poop on me. It just would not let me click. It wouldn't move. It was working perfectly fine. I clicked. It worked. I tried to click again. It don't work no more. It looked at me and it said, you clicked your last clack. We're done. We're done here. And it broke up with me that way. So I was sad. I took a real hard beating with that one. So then I had to find a new mouse. And so my boyfriend gave me the one he uses for his work laptop. And I used that. It was fine. It was a little weird, but it was fine. And then he had to take that back from me because obviously he had to use it for work. So then he gave me an extra one he found, and that one was broken too, but it still clicked and clanked, except once you clicked, it stayed clanking. You know what I mean? Like the button just got held down and it didn't come back up. So that was not fun when I was trying to build a Sims house. It was just everything was dragging and drooping, so that was not what I wanted. So yeah, and then his grandmother, like he called his grandmother and was like, hey, you going out? She's like, yeah, I'm at Costco. So then he was like, can you stop by this place in Canada this place in my city called Canada Computers and get Brooke a mouse and I'll pay for it and I'll tell you what model. And she was like, yeah, man. So then she showed up at my house and she was like, here, man. And I said, thanks, man. And then now I got a new mouse. It's a Logitech one. It is the LightSync gaming mouse by Logitech, and it is super pretty and super good, except I have attachment issues and I was kind of obsessed with that mouse I had for 4 years. I thought she was cool. I thought we were best friends, and then she died on me. But you know, I'll just have to get used to this Logitech one. Just have to get used to it. I'll never get over my other one though. That was my first love in mouse version. Also, I had a heated debate with my boyfriend today, so actually, I shouldn't talk about this because I'm now realizing how stupid I sound. So basically, I was saying like, oh, I've used 2 mouses in the last couple days when I was referring to computer mouse because I have. And then his grandmother and my boyfriend were like, you mean mice? Computer mice? I'm like, no, that's the animal. And I'm now realizing truly how stupid I am because I shouldn't have to explain how stupid it is. You guys know. But I mean, just like, sometimes my brain don't work, you know, it just don't work, and that's really upsetting. It's just so upsetting. Also, yeah, so I had like a heated argument about how it's not computer mice, it's computer mouses, because mouse is the animal, and mouse computer is a computer thing, so it wouldn't be mice, it would be mouses, because mice is what they use for animals. Yeah, I'm not the brightest. When I had, everyone has their moments, I have a lot of them, but that was one of them. Embarrassing for me, quite literally, yeah. So yeah, rest in peace to my computer mouse. Hope she joins the other mices. That don't sound right to me. See, now I'm saying it out loud and it don't seem right because I find it so fascinating. Total topic change, but I find it so fascinating how I can hold a conversation with myself for this long. I'm not even talking about it, and you might think like, oh, you're probably looking at your own video. No, I'm quite literally spinning in my own desk chair looking at the ceiling, just yapping away to myself, and it's actually kind of fascinating how long I can hold a conversation with myself, because I'm not talking to nobody. I'm talking to you. You, right there in your PJs on your couch eating a snack. That's who I'm talking to. But in reality, I'm sitting in my room alone. My cat's not even in here. That is sad for me because I've been entertaining myself for 29 minutes and 51 seconds. That's really upsetting. But, you know, we all have our issues, and as I said earlier, I just seem to have a lot of them. We're doing the basement now. So one side of this is like a rec room. It has a bar and a games table, which I'm now looking at, and I don't think you can get to the other side of this room because the table. But anyways, and we also have a ping pong table, and then this is the home theater. Great, love it, super cute. Would love a home theater. Well, maybe. I don't watch very movies. I don't watch a lot of movies. Not really a movie person. I'm a TV show person, so maybe I wouldn't want a home theater. Don't know. Either way, we also have, I think, a bedroom down here and a bathroom. So, yeah. The reason I'm doing this voiceover right now, and not to sound really horrible, but the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to upload more videos, and I want to kind of be caught up to what I'm actually doing in real life right now. But I can't, because I need to finish Oasis Springs before I start posting my new videos and Newcrest. So I need to hurry up and finish what I'm doing here. So love y'all so much, but I mean, I'm really trying to get over this Oasis Springs because I can't stand the desert. Or as I said earlier, what did I say? The dentist. I can't stand the dentist either. They pluck at your teeth and they hurt, and they're never kind. I just hate the dentist. I have to go to the dentist at some point. I don't want to go to the dentist. Somebody go for me. Reply in the comments if you go to the dentist for me. I'll tell them my name. Ow. Cracked my finger. Why can't I just be a normal YouTuber? You know what I mean? Why can't I just, like, sit down, make a calming... you know my brand when I first started this channel was I was gonna be like a cozy little YouTuber? What happened to that? Because the last word I'd use to describe myself was cozy. Because I sit here and I just yap things in your ears while you're just trying to watch a Sims build. And I'm just over here yapping about how much I hate the dentist. Nobody cares that you hate the dentist, Brooke. Nobody. Not one person. And also, you speak to yourself in third person. You're a psychopath. And I'm still doing it. But, you know what I mean? Why do I keep saying that? I don't know. I need to go to bed. Apparently. But I'm putting last minute touches on this build now. So that means that I can say sayonara to you guys. As much as I love you and as much as I love talking to you, I want to go play with my Sims now. So I'm going to do that. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, which I'm sorry if you probably didn't, leave a thumbs up. And that was gross. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.